Hello, everyone. I'm glad that you're joining us today for Up and to the Right. Each and every week, we have a wonderful time being able to sit down with some very special guests. And this week, we are dialing in a person all the way from Bolivia. And so it's somebody that if you have been around North Church, you got the opportunity to see his face and his wonderful wife and three kids many times, because he actually did a church planting residency with us for about 10 months. And so we were great to have him. It was a terrific, wonderful joy. And so now he is in Bolivia. He is actually working in the local church there that he has planted. And so, Misael, good to have you today.
Oh, Pastor Rodney, so excited to be here with you and just visiting with you and everybody that is listening to this podcast. I'm just so thankful to have this opportunity, and my goodness, just happy to have this chat with you.
So tell us a little bit about first your experience here at North Church for you and your family. How was that? What did you learn? Kind of, and I realize you might not be able to unpack everything, but just in a few minutes, just kind of tell us a little bit about your experience here at North Church.
Wow, my goodness, I have so many things to say about this because as a pastor and together with my wife, when we planted this church here in Santa Cruz, we always read about how we could have a church where everybody would feel welcome and where everybody would also experience praise and worship and everything that it's done in the church with excellency. And when my wife and I had the opportunity to be there in the States and then in Oklahoma with North Church, it was just, for me especially, that I got the chance to actually be there and work with the different teams in the different areas there at church. It was just amazing how challenged I was by the excellency that the church, North Church, does everything. And so I left the U.S. with, just inspired, challenged together with my wife. And so it was just an incredible time and experience for us to have this time spent with you pastors and with the whole team and the church. What a loving church. It's just amazing. I'm just so grateful we had this opportunity to be part of what we experienced there at North.
Well, we enjoyed having you so very much. And let me just kind of dive into, tell us a little bit about your family. Okay, so everybody, there's a number of people listening or watching that knows your family personally, but there's many others that won't. So just give us an overview of your family.
Well, Daniela and I have three kids. Daniela is from the country of Paraguay. I was born in Peru. Our two kids were born in Bolivia, and then the third one was born there in the United States this last time we were there. So, we are kind from like everywhere, but our family, I'm just so thankful the Lord has called us to do this work in this country. And the experience that we are having at serving Him here it's been just amazing, and how they have learned. My two kids, my three kids. Well, Mateo is 12, and Mariana, she is 8 years old, and then our third one, it's 11 months. So they are just, I just watch them every day, how they experience serving the local church here in this country. And it's just a gift from the Lord, what Daniela and I experience with our kids. So that's what I can say about all of them.
So tell us a little bit about you in regards to what's happening now with the church plant. I know that in Bolivia, there's been restrictions that have been much tighter than what they've been here in the United States. And so you actually, the last time I talked to you, you were actually able now to meet in person, but yet there was restrictions on the number of people. But give us an overview of kind of what's happened since you have been back in regards to your church and the growth and what God is doing.
Yes, Pastor. When we arrived here to Bolivia back in August, we I mean, we were just introduced to a new Santa Cruz, as far as like it was so different after we left the country and spent almost a year in the States. The many restrictions that they were having here in the city really put us in a situation where we have to use a lot of creativity to start meeting with the people that we have in our church. And we were having church, virtual for the last 20 months. And then, when we arrived, we still were doing that. And then 3 months ago is when we started doing church in person and just playing it, with all the regulations that the government would give. But it has been a joy that the last month and a half, almost 2 months, that it has been, we have been doing church with no restrictions at all. So that has given us just the joy of, just having everybody come and join different connection groups. We were able to launch our connection groups after so many months of doing it virtually, and it has been just a joy for us to again fellowship in person and meeting in a place with everybody in the church to worship. So it has been, the last 2 months, it has been just an amazing time for us as a church to have people come and worship together. Some of them still watch our services through Zoom, and some of them, they visit some of the connection groups we have all around the city. But I would say most of the people in our church, they are already coming and enjoying the experience in person, which has been just amazing for us, just to be able to visit with them, ministry to them, and also planning for what comes ahead for us as a church now that we have no restrictions at this time, Pastor.
That's great. So give us, Misael, an idea of your city that you serve in, that you minister, that you're reaching the lost in. Give us an idea of the scope, the population, a feel of the city for people that maybe have never even heard of the city that you live in.
Yes, this is the city of Santa Cruz, Bolivia, and we have a population of 2 million people here. And this is actually, Pastor, one of the growing, the fastest growing cities here in Latin America. And it is a very, very modern city. We're just having a lot of businesses from all over the world coming into the city these last 3-4 years. We got the first Starbucks here in the country 2 years in our city, and businesses like that. It's just a very, just a friendly city where, too many people come from all over South America to live in this country. And as a result, we have people from different nationalities here. We have thousands of people from Brazil living here, Argentinians, Peruvians. So it's a very diverse city, and it's just one of the most. I have visited many cities in South America, and this city just has this flavor of different nationalities and cultures, a mix of diversity, and which makes it very interesting to live in this city and do ministry and do church in this city. So we love the city of Santa Cruz, and definitely we would love to see you come sometime in the future, Pastor, or anyone that is listening here.
Well, the invitation's out there and people are listening right now, and I know that we want to, and I'm sure that we'll be taking teams down in the near future for ministry, for church planning, whatever that may be. We look forward to that. Now, let me ask you, how can we be praying for you? For all of our listeners right now, how can we be praying for you, your family, the church, in regards to some of it could be a challenge, could be some vision that you have. How would you want us to be praying for you?
Well, Pastor, Thank you for asking that. Something that we would love for all of you to pray for us about would be for the Lord to keep sending more workers, more leaders to be added to the church, because the vision that the Lord has planted in our hearts is to plant churches in Latin America, which means more than 15, 20 countries. And so we are believing in a big God. And I'm just excited that, Pastor, we have been able to, through the North School of Ministry, added some of our leaders even to be trained in that awesome School of Ministry that the church has there, North Church. And Daniela and I have been part of that. And so I just would love for all of you to be praying for more leaders to be added to the work that we're doing here, so we can plant churches not only in this city, but in the different countries in Latin America. That's the heart that the Lord has put in our hearts. And so if you can pray with us for that, I mean, that will add a lot of value for us, Pastor.
Thank you, and we will be doing that, Misael. And you mentioned the people from your church, leaders from your church who are English speakers who are part of our North School of Ministry. They're joining live, and we have individuals from the Dominican Republic too that are joining us. So it's really exciting to see the growth internationally in regards to our North School of Ministry. And so we are so thrilled to partner with you in regards to discipling and training and equipping some of your leaders. So,
Pastor, yeah, thank you.
So one of the things that I've just got to say is that you've always inspired me and blessed me with your sheer energy and encouragement. You have a gift of encouragement. It flows out of you. And so the joy of the Lord is your strength, that verse, well, you have it for sure. And so I want you to know that I'm praying, God, give me a double portion of that.
Oh my goodness. Oh, Pastor, I mean, I have learned so much from you. I mean, and Pastor Shannon, both of you have been a tremendous blessing for Daniela and I, and the ministry that you're doing there at North. I was actually talking to some of the leaders there at North, how much our kids misses the church there, and we missed it very much. And my goodness, I'm just so blessed to have you and so many people in North Church to be part of our lives. So grateful, Pastor.
Well, we love you and Daniela and the kids. We just love you so very much. And so we will be praying for you. Now, I'm going to wrap this up with just simply letting you know that we are right now on our big birthday weekend that we're coming up on. And that is 20 years of North Church. 20 years. Since we started the church in our living room at 1205 West Boone Terrace, which is in Logan County, which is not even in the county that we're in right now. It's up north. And God just began to grow from there after meeting in our home, and then apartment complex, and then schools, gymnasiums, various other places until where we are right now. And so, one of the things we've had a heart for is church planters, and we want to be able to give back, because we want to see the Church of Jesus continue to multiply all over the world. And so with that, birthdays, typically people bring gifts to the person receiving the birthday or having the birthday. But what we want to do this time is that we want to give gifts out. And so we want to give your church a gift. And so here's what I'm going to let you know is right now, we're supporting you monthly. We're supporting you and your wife and your family. And anyone listening can give any gifts that they want. We will make sure that every penny goes to your ministry there. But we want to give to your church. We're going to give to the church there to meet some of your needs, and I know that you have many of them. And a gift right now of $10,000.
Wow.
And
wow. Woo.
So we're gonna be sending that to you this next week. And so you will be and we're going to actually give the check. It's going to be the big version check that we're going to give to Bismarck, who's one of yours. He wouldn't be here without you.
Yes.
Later on in the experience today.
My goodness, Pastor, what can I say? Thank you so much to you, Pastor Shannon, and the leadership and everybody that is there, part of the North Church family. And this actually inspire us and my goodness, to one day also do the same for the many churches that we see being planted in Latin America. Pastors, thank you so much for teaching us about generosity of the church. My goodness, God is so good. And wow, thank you so much, Pastor. Thank you so much, North Church.
Well, we love you, and tell your family we said hello, and we look forward to having you back or us coming to see you as soon as possible. But in the meantime, we will be sending our support and we'll be praying for you.
Wow, Pastor, thank you so much.
God bless you. I'm so glad that you joined us today for Up and to the Right, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Share this bit of inspiration and excitement with somebody else because God is doing great things, not just in North Church here in Oklahoma City and Guthrie, but all over the world. God bless, and we'll see you next time on Up and to the Right.